How do you create the perfect workout to get you in the best shape of your life? Today on the Heroes Forge podcast, I'm actually going to take you behind the scenes of the programming and workout creation I do for all of my Forge members and clients. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Heroes Forge podcast, where we help millennial geeks, gamers, and cosplayers unleash their inner heroes through fitness, wellness, motivation, and mental health. And yes, I change the tagline every now and then because I'm doing it off the top of my head, but you guys get the idea. Sometimes you guys say something several different times in several different ways, and sometimes you got to hear from several different people before you actually get it. But as the new month comes along, at the time of this recording, I've been programming new workouts for all of the members at Heroes Forge Fitness Coaching, as well as my personal training clients that I work with online. So what I wanted to do is give you guys a bit of a treat. I wanted to take you guys behind the scenes to how I structure my workouts for myself and for my members and clients. This will not create an entirely complete program for you, but at least you get the structure on how I create things. That way you're able to integrate it into your own workout programs. If you feel like you need more help at that, feel free to shoot me a direct message on Instagram at heroesforge.coach, and we'll be able to talk details about your own goals, what you're aspiring to do, what kind of hero you want to shape up to be, and we'll take it from there. Now I'm going to take you behind the curtain of Heroes Forge Coaching and show you exactly how I program the workouts into our coaching app. Heroes Forge Coaching, at least on the fitness end, is a remote coaching system that I created during the pandemic, where we take our workout programs and I create them, I send them through the app, you have it on your smartphone, and you can take these workouts with you either in your home gym or to the gym. A lot of these workouts are designed to be as accessible as possible to the usual gym that you can go to. My motto is if you can work this out at a Planet Fitness, you can do this workout anywhere. So I'm going to take you to a new premium program that I've been making, and we're going to go into the early access stages, called Spy Family Bootcamp. This was inspired by the anime Spy Family, as well as key spies and secret agents that we have seen throughout pop culture. Guys like Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise, Forever Runner, Jason Bourne, James Bond, John Wick, and of course the Black Widow family from Marvel Comics in the MCU. So I want to create a gender-neutral, all-gender-inclusive, power athletic program to help somebody lose body fat, get not only stronger and more muscular tone or muscle building, but get more limber and mobile and a lot more injury-proof, so you'll be able to move around a lot better. So going into this, I'm going to go into my Spy Fam Bootcamp. What I first do is I create a big picture part of the program, and I put notes on that. So each of these phases, as you can see, are about 4 weeks. So each of my premium programs, including this one, Spy Fam Bootcamp, is going to be 12 weeks, and each phase is a month. I try to create something called progressive overload, where the results and the progress of one phase gets built into the next one, and it creates a bit of a stack. For example, with phase 1, the first 4 weeks, I want to create overall strength and muscle building / sculpting. What's the difference between muscle building and sculpting? From an exercise mechanics perspective, nothing. What I would do for a bodybuilder is something similar to what I would do for somebody trying to lean out. Huge difference is going to be their nutrition and their eating habits. What's up, Editor Troy here. I just wanted to reshoot what I was trying to talk about when it comes to the difference between muscle building and muscle toning. It's nutrition habits. It's a calorie surplus when you're trying to muscle build to feed the muscle so it grows, and a calorie deficit if you want to create muscle tone, because what's going to happen is with a lack of calories but adequate protein, the muscles become more dense and more firm. They don't have enough calories to create any bulk. So I said that in a much more complicated, convoluted way in the original cut, so I decided to kind of TLDR it here in the editing table. But yeah, there you go, back to the episode. So back to this point, the overall phase 1 is going to be that muscle sculpting and muscle toning while we increase overall strength. This creates a foundation for the other two phases, which is going to be overall athleticism, using your own body weight, and doing advanced bodyweight exercises that'll improve your core stability and your joint stability and creating more muscular endurance. And then phase 3, which is the overall power, combining explosive moves with strong moves. So we're going to isolate to just the first phase for today, but I just want to go and show you the macro perspective and before we get down to the medium perspective and then the micro perspective. So this is phase 1, and we're going to assume this is in a gym. I just put a review just for myself and my own reference, as well as for the reference of the members. This is how I map out the rep ranges, and I progress either the sets or the weight week by week. It's something called progressive overload. When you slowly bump up the increments of how you work out, that's how you get the muscle stronger. If you use the same weight that you've been using forever, I'm squints right now, you will plateau and not get any further results. So I'll go into more detail when we go into the workout itself, but in essence, I either up the weight or I up the sets. You'll see what I mean. One big tip with muscle building, most of the time you're going to be looking at something called time under tension. When the muscles are under tension for about 30 to 60 seconds, you elicit muscular growth through what they call microscopic muscle damage. So you gotta create that time under significant tension, not just a little tension, but significant tension. So what I try to do is set up the rep range so you're still hitting about 30 to 60 seconds per set under that tension to create the muscular adaptation and tone it or build it. Either way, strengthen it. So I'm gonna go into one of the workouts right now. Let's go into the upper body strength building workout, and I'll break this down into each of the phases. These are the phases I put in every single workout, or at least most of my workouts, to make sure we cover all our bases and you go out of the gym and you walk out of the gym feeling great. Behind me in the webcam space is the library of exercises that I plug in to my app. First off, I've mentioned this before, but I will now. Shout out to the app creators, my guys in Vancouver, ABC Trainerize. They make custom fitness apps for individual personal trainers, so we don't have to learn how to code. They do it for us. One thing that's not shown in here is something called the warmup. Obviously, that's the first phase of every workout. It usually consists of light cardio to increase the body's core temperature and just kind of get the blood flowing. From there, we do something called active stretching, where we do specific stretches that loosen up muscles that are about to be worked. That way they don't get pulled or joints don't get tweaked. So stuff like the world's greatest stretch, the windmill stretch are a couple of my favorites. Cat-cow from yoga, yoga's downward dog, doing it for reps. Dynamic stretches like the standing hamstring dynamic stretch, standing dynamic quad stretch, stuff like that. So once I'm slightly loosened up, this should take about 5-10 minutes tops. I do 2 sets of an exercise called priming. Priming is a light but active exercise that I put into the muscles I'm going to work that day. So for instance, if I am going to work upper body, in this case it's going to be chest muscles, back muscles, and arm muscles, I'm going to be doing exercises that wake up that muscular section, not to pre-exhaust it and make it too fatigued to lift, but to wake it up and get it ready to go. You're priming the nervous system, getting it ready to work, you're extending the muscles to that body, you're giving it a little bit of a pump, but you're not fatiguing it to the point where you can't do the main lift, which I'll get to in a second. So for example here, with this upper body workout, I'm doing 2 exercises, the face pull and the push-up. I'm doing them in 2 sets of supersets. I forgot to do this, I'll fill in the blanks now, but I'm looking at about 15 reps per exercise. We'll go 10 to 20, depending on how many push-ups you can do. Now, if you're not able to do push-ups, you can always adjust it by dropping the knees or bringing your hands up to an elevated surface, whatever wakes up that section of the body. So now that blood is sent into those muscles, now the nervous systems are all fired up in those muscles, we get to the next phase, which is called the strength builder phase. The strength builder phase is usually a giant compound exercise that hits multiple muscles at once. So the strength builder typically for me would not be a bicep curl or a calf raise or ab crunches. You're thinking big movement-based compound exercises that hits a lot of muscle at once. So the squats, variations of the deadlift, the chest press, whether it's dumbbell press or barbell press, rows, planks, things that hit a lot of muscle. So just to give you a prime example, I am supersetting 2 exercises back to back. The dumbbell incline press, where I'm hitting the upper body push muscles of chest, shoulders, and triceps. And by the way, if you're on the app, then you actually see a video demo in case you don't know what the exercises are. And I superset that, meaning they do this back to back with an opposite muscle, in this case the back muscles with the dumbbell row. In this situation, I'm hitting now the muscles in the lats, which is just outside of the back, the rhomboids, which is the middle of the back, and then a little bit of the bicep and forearms in this situation. These 2 exercises alone hit chest, front shoulders, rear shoulders, biceps, triceps, outside back, and inside back, and with the row, you're hitting a little bit of core. That's a little bit more than just one exercise. So with the main strength builders, I pick those exercises that hit a ton of things at once. I usually do 3 to 4 sets. Now for the sake of the app, I put 4 sets because that's the most amount of sets we'll do in any given phase. But it's usually gonna be 3 to 4 sets. Phase 1, week 1. Each of the main strength exercises, in this case the dumbbell incline press and the row, is done for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. So that's going to be the upper half of that 6 to 12 range. As you get stronger going into week 2, I add a set. So instead of 3 sets, you do 4 sets. Still do 10 to 12 reps, possibly up your weight if you're starting to feel stronger. In the 3rd week, you will be definitely upping your weights because you want to get into those heavier rep ranges of 6 to 8. We'll go back down to 3 sets. You're going to get a bit heavier to build that overall maximum strength, or sub-maximum strength, I should say. So you're working with that 6 to 8 rep range. On week 4, you're going to get 4 sets of 6 to 8. So again, this is called progressive overload. You will be upping the sets and you'll be upping the weight. Then you'll be upping the reps. Sets, weight, reps. Sets, weight, reps. In case you're wondering, why do supersets? Quite frankly, this just saves time. I have a complete workout here that's set up for 3 days a week, and I'll explain the calendar and how I structure that in a bit. But I'm trying to get a lot done in a shorter amount of time. I could do 3 to 4 sets of incline press and just do the set, rest, do the set, rest, do the set, rest. But why waste that time? While the chest is partially resting, why don't I just hit the back, hit the opposite muscle, and work that? And then when I do the chest press again, I'll let the back mainly rest. So you save a lot of time doing it that way. So this is why I do opposite muscle or opposite movement pattern supersets. So one rests, the other one works. Likewise, I'm doing the same exact thing for this superset, the machine assisted pull-up. Most Planet Fitnesses have this, where your knees are on a platform and you pull yourself up using the muscles of the outside back as well as the rear delts and biceps. From here, I'll have a pair of dumbbells on hand. While I do the pull-up rest, I'll be pressing those dumbbells up overhead. So once again, I'm in that situation of one muscle rests, the other one works. One movement pattern, in this case vertical upper body pull, rests, while the opposite end, the upper body push, vertical, works. So that's how you save time and still keep your heart rate up and really get a good metabolic workout along with your strength builder. With any sort of strength builder exercise, that's how I structure it. And I try to have you up your intensity, therefore upping your strength. Just to review as a quick double check, first phase of the workout's the warm up, second phase is the prime, right here. Third phase is the strength builder, which are these 2 supersets of exercises. Most of the time it's 1 to 2, up to 4 big either supersets or 2 big compound exercises. Next, I will do what I call the add-ons. The add-ons, depending on the type of program I create, are either going to be smaller muscle exercises done in a circuit to once again save time and keep your heart rate up, or done combining with cardio to get a little bit of a cardio workout in with your strength training. Now with this type of style, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to do a ton of cardio and a ton of strength at once where you feel like you're chasing 2 rabbits. I'm trying to lift a lot of weight, but I can't catch my breath. You're probably not going to lift a lot of weight. In modern day strength and conditioning programs, you try to separate them a little bit. Or if you combine strength training with cardio conditioning, you accentuate one over the other. So for example, in this case, we're going to be doing 3 to 5 rounds of a strength and cardio circuit. This will hit a few of the muscle groups that need a little bit more volume for more muscular development. It's going to hit some of the supporter exercises and supporter groups, and it's going to hit the muscles in a different way, in a different angle. And because of the pace, it's going to ramp up your cardio conditioning as well. So for example, I have one power exercise called the double kettlebell swing, but you get the idea. You're swinging and you're bringing it up. In this case, you see the double kettlebell swing with one kettlebell in each hand. You can do this exercise with one big kettlebell instead of two small ones. From there, after 12 reps, you get 10 seconds of rest to get right into the next exercise, the alternating medicine ball push-up. In this case, I suggest using the kettlebell itself. Just put your hand on the fat part of the bell, do those push-ups, and do 6 on one hand and then 6 on another. From there, 10 seconds of rest. You're just gonna put both hands on the ground. Now that you did 2 strength exercises, I'm gonna hit your cardio. While the shoulders and chest are gonna be a bit fatigued, you're gonna hit that cardio using the crossbody mountain climber. It goes right into a flow. After that, 10 seconds rest, we're gonna come right on up, using that kettlebell, flipping it right back on, and doing what's called a kettlebell gorilla row. And you can do one kettlebell and use alternate hands, or you could have a kettlebell in each hand in that racked position. What makes this exercise different from the other 2 rows is that now your body is angled in a way where you're hitting a lower part of your mid back. After that, I say kick the kettlebell over again till the handle's on the ground and it's fat side up, and you're just gonna toe tap that fat part of the kettlebell. So a lot of times with the auxiliary exercises, I try to make them flow as smoothly as possible. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but I really do my best to make it as smooth as I can. I put 5 rounds in this circuit for beginner, intermediate, advanced. So beginners are going to be doing 3 rounds of this. Intermediate can do 4 rounds of it. Advanced people do 5. People who are not quite sure, I suggested to go 3 rounds in your first week, add around the second week, add around the 4th week, or 3rd or 4th week, and then you'll be able to get a gauge on how you're feeling. The app will say it's about 49 minutes. So you're gonna be in the gym for 45 minutes to an hour. Hey, there you go. There's a workout right there. A couple frequently asked questions. One is, what about basic cardio, like going on a bike, going on a rower, hitting a treadmill? Should I be integrating that? And my answer is yes. A couple ways to do that is either A, do that type of steady state cardio in between these strength building exercises, or B, if you can't do that and you can't fit that into your schedule, you will throw that light cardio at the end of your strength training. But best case scenario, you separate the 2. Once again, you're trying to give a specific demand to your body. On one day you say get stronger, on the second day you say get cardio, get fit, get your heart going. So to kind of show you how I would program this, I'm actually gonna go into the calendar and show you a week. In the grand scheme of things, I set myself for 1 lower body strength workout, 1 upper body strength workout, and 1 total body strength workout called the muscle sculpt circuit. The muscle sculpt circuit is a circuit of smaller exercises such as your side lunges, your bicep curls, your tricep kickbacks, your glute bridges, and things like that to sculpt all the muscles. So now you're hitting all your muscle groups twice a week instead of like once a week like the bro split is. I had this designed for 3 strength training days a week. Now a big question that I get is, how many days a week should I work out and what should the optimal split be? Now, for most members of Heroes Forge coaching, they're trying to burn body fat as well as either sculpt muscles or build muscles. That's the general fitness half of the goal that everyone has. The psychological goal is just to feel great about themselves, gain confidence, and gain vitality and vibrance in their body. Just feel good about the body and mind they're in. All right, so here is the calendar, way that I'm structuring the actual workouts in a given month. So the way I pick your workout split is a few factors. One is just logistical availability. How many days a week can you get into a gym? For example, shout out to one of my personal training clients, Kayla, who's trying to get in shape for a vacation, and she actually has a company gym, like a gym in her building. However, she works remotely from home on certain days. So she'll actually send me her calendar and be like, look, these are the days I'm in the office, these are the days I'm not. She happens to have an exercise bike, one of those fun exercise bike desks. And I'm like, yes, this is how we're gonna do it. On certain days, I'm gonna have you do in-gym workouts. On other days, you're gonna ride the bike. As a quick review, The way to change your body is something I call the Triforce of Transformation. Yes, it is a Zelda reference. You have the Triforce of Movement, the Triforce of Nutrition, and the Triforce of Strength and Conditioning. So the Triforce of Movement in Kayla's case is going to be her bike at home. She's going to pedal her bike while she does her remote work. Her nutrition is already taken care of. Different story, we'll put that aside. It's lined up for her goals of fat loss. And then her Triforce of Strength is done at her company gym. And she only gets 3 days per week at the office. So I have to program 3 days of workouts for her at the office and make it that way she's able to hit the muscle groups she wants to hit, and it's conducive for her schedule. So in this example with Spy Fam Bootcamp, we're doing 3 strength training days and 2 cardio days. An optional third on Saturday. I didn't put anything in there, but as you can see, I have it mapped out where I'm doing lower body strength on Monday, upper body strength on Wednesday, and a total body muscle sculpt circuit on Friday. If you wanted to work out more often, or you're available to work out more often, I would do something such as a upper body, lower body split. So on an upper body, lower body split, I would say upper day, lower day, upper day, lower day. So in this case, I would say do lower body on Monday, upper body on Tuesday, Wednesday do cardio, lower body on Thursday, upper body Friday, Saturday do cardio. Let's say you just want to be a dude bruh and want to work out 5 days a week, or you just want to work out a teeny tiny bit, half hour, 5 days a week. I would then do an upper body, lower body, total body split. So let's say I could use the same exact workout, maybe cut the volume by half in the upper and lower workouts, but map it out like this: lower, upper muscle sculpt circuit. As you can see, the idea is you're gonna be hitting muscles multiple times a week, at least twice a week, because as a person who's not on anabolic steroids, you're trying to spread out the volume to create what scientists call muscle protein synthesis, meaning have the muscles rebuild stronger more consistently. So as you can see here, the muscles are getting hit in the lower body twice, Monday and Friday, and getting hit in the upper body twice, Wednesday and Friday. This also splits the workouts so that on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm using cardio, or the Triforce of Movement, in nice easy pace to flush oxygen-rich blood into the muscles to prevent soreness and help them recover faster. So those are some of the examples of ways I would program not only a workout by workout basis, but a week by week basis. Maybe next month I do a 4-day-a-week split where I do high, low, high, low. Maybe if I'm feeling it, I'll do a modified bro split, high, low, total. It's whatever it can be. One of the best bodybuilders of all time is actually very underrated. Everyone says Arnold's the GOAT. Not only was Lee a great bodybuilder of his time, but he trained in a way where he's healthy today. A lot of bodybuilders are dead. R.I.P. Mike Menser. R.I.P. Rich Piana. Kali Muscle, I'm glad you're still alive. You've been dodging bullets, man. But Lee Haney had a motto called stimulate, don't annihilate. You are putting just enough stimulus into your muscles for it to grow. You're not overshooting it. More is not better. Better is better. There is such thing as too much cake when it comes to exercise, because then your body will not be able to recover. You will only build the amount of muscle that you can recover from. That's how the adaptation curve works. You break, hold on, I'm gonna see how the camera actually looks when I do this. Just making sure. Let's say this is a progress line. You break down the muscles, rebuild the muscles, you adapt. Break down the muscles, you rebuild the muscles, you adapt. If you keep breaking down and breaking down and breaking down and breaking down, you can't recover. It'd be like this. It'd be like a losing stock market line. So just keep that in mind as you create your own programs or modify your own program. Couple final bits. If this has been any at all educational for you, go ahead and please like this video. Go ahead and subscribe for more fitness tips. Put on any questions in the comments below. If you would like me to program your workout for you or answer questions about programming your workout, I'd be more than glad to help you out. We do have specialized premium programs to hit any sort of inspiration. Right now we have 4 active premium programs. We have Dark Knight Legacy, which is a Batman/Bat Family inspired program. We have the Super Soldier Project, which is inspired by the super soldiers of Captain America and the Winter Soldier and Soldier Boy from The Boys. We have Enter the Spider-Verse, which is for all you super agile people who want to be like a spider person. And this, as you can see, is the early access build of Spy Fam Bootcamp, which is for Black Widows, Ethan Hunt's, John Wick guys. If you wanted to test out this new program, the Spy Fam Bootcamp with me, I am taking 5 new people to test this workout program early access. You saw a little bit of the sample of what's in Spy Family. If this interests you, don't just take my upper body workout and run with it. Take the whole workout. It's going to be offered at a much discounted rate than my usual premium programs. Usually my premium programs are about $39 a month. This is $25 a month for 12 weeks. Because this is early access. You gotta, it's like Steam. Early access gets the discount because you're going to be also paying in feedback. Positive, negative, and everything in between. So you are that early riser, early into it. So I got to reward you for that and thank you for that. But anyway, I'm taking 5 people for early access to do this program with me. I'm going to be doing it with you, alongside you. And we're all going to put our heads together and sharpen it up if we need to, or let it out there if it's ready. But anyway, if you do have any questions, direct message me on Instagram at heroesforge.coach. Like this video, subscribe if you're down with this, if you're down with me, if you're down with the Forge, if you're down for creating the best, most heroic version of yourself. And once again, thank you for watching. If you wanted a more big picture idea on how to transform your body, look at one of our classic old school superhero Forge videos called the Triforce of Transformation. Link is right here. Go ahead and click on it. I will see you in that throwback.